Good morning. (6:11 a.m.) Headed to the gym. Yoga and granola again in the morning, real quick. I eat about every 2 hours throughout the day, but yep. Anyways, I'll catch you guys at the gym. Today's back and by day, September 12th, Thursday. Catch y'all there. Alrighty, guys, what's up? I'm doing the voiceover for this video just because it will be a lot easier and a little bit more to understand. So I like to start off with single arm pull downs. I go a little light, like 12 reps, to really get the blood flowing, get some good reps, and kind of warm up my back. I turn my body to the side as well to kind of help get some more contraction at the top, more stretch, I should say. And yeah, so this is my first workout that I start with, single arms. Start with my weaker arm, helps me get some more reps in, and yep. Yeah, felt really good. I'll do 3 sets here, and then we'll go to the next workout. So here I switch over to this cable machine, and I have just a straight bar, and I do pulls, just straight underhand reverse grip pulls. I guess I almost consider it like a row, like a barbell row fashion. That's how I like to picture this. Kind of pull downwards as close as I can to my waist and feel like it's from my knees as if it were to be a barbell. So now I'm on to this chest supported overhand row. I do this to target the middle back and the upper back to kind of build the definition on the inside of the back rather than like just with like only the lats. I really like this one because it's a chest supported one, and I can really control the weight and squeeze whenever I get to the back. That's what helps me, I feel like, build the definition back there, and I just get a really good pump. This workout and then lats, different variations of lats, is what my back day consists of, and that's kind of what I feel like helps build me a pretty full back. That's one of my better muscle groups, I'd say. But yeah. Now I go back over to the cable row machine and I grab this grip right here. I don't no clue what you would even call that. This one I almost feel like works out my whole entire back. I get one of the best pumps from it. It just feels so good. This back day, I will say, did run a little quick, so I just did a lot of sets, around 3 to 4 of each of these workouts, rather than a few more workouts. And so this one is, I'm pretty sure what I ended off with. I'll check the clips. I may have done one more before I went ahead and headed to bicep. And yep. I also realized on this machine I'll need to adjust it next time because it only wanted to focus on the thing in front of me, and it's just blurry everywhere else. But you guys get the idea. Now, a lot of you guys might not agree with my bicep routine. Personally, this is what's worked with me. I don't think everybody's the same. Everybody's body reacts differently to different ways. But I personally noticed for my biceps and triceps, I really only need to do about 2 to 3 workouts for each of those muscles. And even then, I still feel like they kind of feel bigger than my shoulders. So I've been trying to put in more shoulder workouts to kind of make it right. But what I do is I do these curls. This is 35 pounds. I'll go up to 40 sometimes and just do a little swing motion. And I've seen so many people, and I've noticed myself that I get the most growth when I do almost cheat curls. Now, I don't do this all the time, but I notice that I get progress, so I do it pretty much every workout. But I also do some other sort of strict curl as well. And also, like I said, I was running quick on this, so I really didn't have too much time to get the full back bicep workouts. But yeah. Alrighty, so on my last workout, I did about 3 sets, really get the blood flowing. I like that because it also doesn't feel like I'm going to tear a bicep because I don't go super, super heavy and I do a little bit of cheat curls. And then I moved to these strict curls. I have it in time lapse, but I was really going slow. I like to just really feel like I'm pinching my biceps, flexing really hard at the top. And that's how I get a really good pump from there. So honestly, I'm okay with doing just these 2 workouts with 3 to 4 sets in each. And honestly, I would be happy, and I do get a great bicep pump every time. I just like to really focus on being very strict on the second workout, this strict curl, and then getting very heavy on the cheat curls. I don't really be trying to. I don't like to front how I look, you know. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The actual, I'm weighing in at about, I'm 6 foot tall. I don't know if you can get a good look at the back pump. But I'm about 6 foot tall, about 160. I've been at 165. I've been at. Alrighty guys, so in the evening I ended up having some time to go to the driving range, so I wanted to get some clips for you guys. I pretty much went ahead and did my stock yardages, so I show my club, I think, pretty much for every one of these hits. Starting off with the 56 degree, it looks like I didn't show it, and then I pretty much moved my way up from there. And so on the screen I'll have how far I hit it and with what club, and so you guys can kind of get an idea. This is pretty much just me swinging all throughout my club. So some of this content might not be for everybody. You can skip through it, or some people might like this more than the gym content. So right here you can see I grabbed my 56 degree. Well, I don't know if you can tell or not. I didn't realize that I wasn't really showing too much. This was also shot on my iPhone instead of my camera, just a little easier. But yeah, this is my 56 degree. I hit it right around the same as my 60 degree, just a little farther. I can get a little bit more loft on it too. I'm at 80 to about 110 yards with this on average. My ball kept wanting to left, so I hit a few here, but I tried to stick to about 3 to 5 shots per club. So now I have my pitching wedge in hand. I hit my pitching wedge about 115 to 130 on average. One thing I forgot to mention, and that if you're at the range, that you should also, if you are getting your stock yardages, I would recommend to get you a decent range between your yards if you're just using, like I was just using the simulator that they have there that tracks your ball. But if you have a rangefinder, you can definitely get a lot more accurate. And the range balls that I were hitting here, I'd say definitely go about anywhere between 5 to 10 yards shorter than what actually a regular golf ball would hit that's soft. Here I grab my 9-iron. My 9-iron is right around 130 and 145. My shots kept tailing left. I usually don't shoot the best after a workout, let alone a back workout. So I was kind of scuffing a few, but I'm pretty sure here towards the end I started getting it back on, taking my time. That's the biggest part about golf is patience. I started playing about last summer. I was going to the driving range a lot and things like that. And I really just fell in love with it for some reason. I just kept wanting to get good at it. And really what did it was hitting the course for the first time and seeing the views. Just, I'm a person, I love to travel and I love seeing scenery. And I will say Kentucky doesn't have too much. I love their sunsets. We have a few things in Cincinnati, but one thing I do love is when the weekend comes around and I can look up all the golf courses, and there's so many around me and they just have beautiful views, and I am constantly getting recommendations from either coworkers and people like that. Golf really is more than just a sport to me. It's really just it's really not even about actually being good for me. It's about having fun. I mean, I know everybody says that, and it's easy to get emotional or mad quick, but to me, it's really nice to just let loose, enjoy life for the little things. You know whatever you believe in, whether it's God or spiritual, whatever this earth. Just appreciating the smaller things in life. You know, being able to put your phone down and just kind of isolate from everything around yourself and just relax and kind of go and play the game. Here I got my 7-iron in hand, and for some reason I heard a video one time saying that you can use a lot with a 7-iron. I never really thought much of it until I started trying to do like a pretty wide high draw, and that's what works best for me with my 7-iron. And it's weird because I feel like I thought it was a myth at first, because I was like, well, if you can do it with your 7-iron, you can do it with any irons. But for some reason, when I got my 7 in hand, I can hit that high, well, pretty wide and low draw actually, and just get nice contact with it every time. And so, yeah. Here I grab my 5-iron. Now, I will say this is my lowest iron I have, and I probably won't go any lower. I just have a really hard time hitting lower irons. My 6 and my 5 could use a lot of work, considering I just can't get my maximum yardage that I really can out of them. I can get good contact and I can hit a decent shot, aside from that one that you guys just saw. But I can get a decent shot every now and then, but I just really cannot get my full potential. So my 5 and my 6-iron are almost going about the same distance, so I'm trying to work on that. Now I picked up my 4 hybrid. This is one of my most forgiving clubs I have. I could sit here and hit 8 out of 10 balls almost exactly where I want it. And I'm also right at about the 200 mark yardage-wise with this club. Hit a perfect stripe down the middle. I love this club for some reason. It's an Adams Golf. It was part of the first set I ever got, and I've just loved it since. I'm also starting to realize I didn't get the best angle for this. Next time I'll make sure to set the camera over to the right side so you guys can hopefully get a better view of this and maybe use my camera. Here I got my 3-wood, and this club is the biggest love-hate relationship I have. But one thing I've realized that's helped me a lot, so some people will tell you to hit it like an iron, and other people will tell you to hit it like a driver. Now, when I'm on the grass, that was a perfect shot, but when I'm on the greens, I should say, on the course, I will not use my 3-wood unless I'm on a par 5 and have an absolutely perfect lay, because my 3-wood will go as far as my 8-iron for that matter, 7-iron for that matter, unless I get a perfect hit on it. And I can't dig into the ground with it. It's got to kind of be a perfect lie. That's definitely where I could use some work. My 3-wood and then my lower irons. Other than that, most of my irons, my wedges, and here you'll see my driving is actually pretty good. I'm hitting my driver a good, consistent 250, 300, or no, 250 to 280. Don't get me wrong, it'll roll, and I'll get a good 300 every now and then if I'm lucky. But on the course, I make sure to try and hit a really accurate drive and don't focus too much on the distance. As you can see, that one right there was really good drive for me. That probably would have been down the fairway. And yeah, so that'll pretty much conclude this video. I ended off with the driver, striped a few down the middle. That didn't go as far as I can usually hit, but yeah, thanks for watching another vlog, and I'll get with you guys tomorrow for shoulder day. Before I ended this video, I also wanted to show you guys these last few drives. As you can see, I'm practicing my snap motion upon contact with the ball. I feel like that's one of the biggest tricks to fixing my slice, is snapping my wrist so my left arm as a righty is straight, or your right arm as a lefty is straight upon contact with the ball. That's what helps me get a good distance and down the middle.